Hi, welcome back to Time with Tim. This week we're talking about values and the importance of values for leadership. And today I'm going to reflect on basically what I've learned about leadership and values. So I'll just look at the last sort of 6 to 12 months of insights here. And over that period of time, I've certainly gone through a journey of much more openly defining and expressing what my values are as a leader. And what's actually surprised me, as I've done that for the first time, is really how few leaders have done this. And when you talk to them about it, how many of them recognize the same benefits that I see in doing so, that it helps you be consistent as a leader. It helps you to attract people who will want to really sort of interact with you and work with you and support you and advocate for you as a leader. And it also helps you essentially spot entities, organizations, corporates, even sort of places you want to buy stuff from, that you will want to move towards and you'll want to serve as a supplier or purchase from as a consumer, because they share your values and they represent your values. And what's also been surprising to me is when I talk to leaders and I say, well, what are your values, or what are your company's values, and how do you live them? Actually, really how few of them are able to articulate what they are. Or when I challenge them, show me how you're living them, that their responses even satisfy themselves. You kind of hold the mirror up to them and they go, whoa, okay, well, actually I can see that I'm not being consistent with this. And believe me, I am definitely not perfect with this. I've got a long way to go, but I recognize the value and the benefit of doing it. And it's something I'm striving every day to get better with. And it's also been fascinating where I say to a leader, okay, so what are the values of your company? And they'll reel off a list. And I say, okay, well, where are they? And they say, well, on the wall over there. I'll go and get a poster from somewhere. Here they are. I say, yeah, okay, so where are they within the organization? Point to where in the business, your interaction with each other, your interaction with your marketplace, the way you're serving your customers. Give me an example of where you can say your values are being lived. And again, a lot of the time they really struggle to come up with that. So what that says to me is that leaders, as a broad spectrum, generally don't really have a clearly defined value system. And when they do, they don't reflect on it often enough, which means that they're not living it. And essentially they're missing an opportunity to bring this real consistency around their leadership and to have the way that they live their values flow all the way through into the profit generation that every entity relies on. And that this is actually fairly simple. It's a simple process to do, define what your values are. It's a simple process to then tell somebody else and say, can you hold me accountable to doing this? Or just initially maybe just give me some feedback as to how I'm doing with this. So that's really the question and the challenge that I have for you today. I asked you earlier in the week, can you define your values? What I'd like to ask you to do now is tell somebody else what they are. Again, your partner, your spouse, a trusted member of your team, a mentor, or be brave and ask a customer. And then ask them to give you feedback. Am I living these values? Do you feel this when we interact, when we exchange communication, when I do a job for you, when I ask you to do something as a member of my team? Do you feel these values coming through? And let's just see what they say. And by all means, please add something in the comments. Let me know, and I'd love to exchange an interaction with you around this. So see how you go with that. Tomorrow, I'll be sharing a personal insight about my values and my leadership. So I'll look forward to sharing that with you tomorrow. Okay, bye.